Yes, I do have tchotchkes.
I love it.
And above her is Henrik with a taller woman who does seem to be about the same age as him. Although this Henrik is clearly a good 25 years younger, so just about to hit his 50s. And in the picture with him and his wife are 5 children. The oldest son is to be about 15. Next is a daughter who looks to be in that really awkward phase of just starting to hit puberty. So, like, their limbs look too long for their body. They're very all joints, cultish. Next is another daughter who looks to be only about a year or two younger. And then, as well as a son who seems to be at about the same age and height as that second daughter. And holding in her arms, Henrik's wife has a year-old baby, swallowed, and at a year old it wouldn't be swallowed anymore, but held and pointed towards the painter. And everybody looks happy, except for the baby, because they're a baby. And they look very fussy.
Still for the amount of time, yeah.
The painter decided not to put a smile on that baby's face.
Yeah, no, we wanted it real to life, so the baby was presented as a baby.
And babies tend to be fussy, yes.
But hey, it makes for a great conversation starter when we had guests. Anyway, well,
I'll put down my 2 casks of apple juice that I've been carrying this entire time.
Yeah, you can set those in the kitchen. Guest rooms will be down that hallway, the 2 on the right. Rooms on the left. Again, those are my children. Please do not go in there. This room over here, and he points off to the side into a smaller adjoining hallway that just kind of juts out a little bit, and then facing the back is another door. That's my room where I'll be staying. We did spring for indoor plumbing, so nobody has to worry about that. Probably don't have any good food, so after I'm done talking to the guards, I'll try and find a market that's open and grab some food for everybody.
Sure, I could help with that if you want.
Also, you'll grab something on the way back from checking out Teleportation Circle?
Sure, I'll get some ingredients for something. What do we want tonight?
I'm always good for a casserole.
Can do.
All right. Yeah. So. All right. Well, imagine at this point we'll split up. Be back up. How late in the day is it?
You folks would have spent the night on the ferry, so it's about midday here in Kavagan. Getting towards evening, so let's say like late afternoon, actually.
Okay, so meet back here in 3 or 4 hours for the latest, if the other group doesn't show up, assume the worst.
That sounds about right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so in that case, let's jump off with Henrik and his crew, or sorry, Henrik and Nadia heading off to speak with some guards, I assume, or Henrik, you've got connections. You could probably go straight to the top. Well, guard captain, not like top. You can't just go knock on the noble's door, but
Yeah. I imagine I'm like going to like a precinct that where one of the people I trained has managed to make it to captain and remembers me.
Easy enough. You trained some top students. You would know that that's in the financial district of town. The captain in that area is someone that you did train.
All right. Yeah. So, to the financial district.
Alrighty, yep, it's the nicer district of town, but it seems like the air of quiet has not escaped this place. This is the same, usually these banks and, upscale stores would be, filled not necessarily with people, but tourists and nobles and, lower nobility, the rich folk out and about around here, but it is still quiet. The streets are deserted. Storefronts are closed. But there is still the local guardhouse, which is open. And you don't even have to make a comment. You recognize one of the guards at the door. And before you can even open your mouth, he's already poked his head inside and says something you can't necessarily hear and then waves you in.
Henrik just gives a nod as he goes to enter.
Yeah, easily enough. And that guy, I believe you did have the captain.
Yes. Sitting before you at a desk, you see actually a dwarven man you would recognize as Bjorn Hearthkin. He is a dwarf, so he is short, but he has long red hair, and he is bedecked in this armor that befits a guard captain. It is covered in different iconography of goats and rams. It's a popular symbol in Kavagan just because of the cliffside nature of it. And he took to it well due to his own dwarven stubbornness. You actually trained him after he is actually older than you. You did not train him as a child or anything, but he came to the guard after a case of arson that nearly killed his family, and he wanted to be able to prevent such things like that. So he came to you with funny enough, a fire in his heart, and he wanted to be able to protect people from those that would hurt others. And he kind of, the moment you enter the door, he just stands up, just, no shit! Henrik! It's been too long. And he will immediately kind of stomp over, his armor clacking, and he's gonna try and clasp you by the hand.
I will pull him in for a slap on the back. I am not dead yet. Although.
Oh, that's a little tough nowadays.
Yeah, that's actually the reason I'm here.
Are you looking to finally solve this issue?
Priest out a ways out. Didn't realize how far it had gotten and asked me and several other people to look into it. Ended up taking them up on the offer.
Mm-hmm.
And actually led us to a possible lead.
A lead, you say? What kind of lead?
So, well, somebody, okay, me, Ruth's memory is a bit hazy. So just going over it out loud before I share it with my former students.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy guy in a cloak that nobody got a look at showed up before or after the rains hit?
Just after the rains hit, but just before people started dying. Or started
Okay.
not dying.
Just after the rains hit and just before people started not dying.
Mm-hmm.
And like, wasn't just creepy, but had a tangible aura of funkiness going on.
Yes, and also Henrik would remember, had left scrawlings of like infernal runes in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember having to put that room back together after the rest of the party trashed it.
I was not in the room. Just saying. My hands are clean this time.
This time.
Not for the parents,
and
but...
we tracked him down to a nearby lodge that had various Griblies in it, and a teleportation circle that led to Kavagon. As far as Henrik knows, that teleportation circle was booby-trapped and sent us across the world. So, yeah. Well, the lead is, and I share all that with Bjorn.
Yeah.
So, the other hand of the group, in particular, Wizard who figured out the teleportation circle and that'll let here, is trying to hunt that down while me and my friend Nadia here are hoping you might be able to share anything the guards have uncovered.
I'm afraid I can't say much about finding any teleportation circles. We have been awfully busy lately trying to basically keep tensions down in the city.
Yeah, I imagine with any bar fight having possibility to reduce someone to something worse than death.
Yeah, he kind of drops his head a little bit and just, people are scared, Henrik. They're scared and they want the higher ups in the city to do something about it, but nothing's happened. People are upset and they're scared. We're just trying to keep things from getting worse. We've arrested a number of doomsayers already. I don't know anything about this cloaked figure. People are suspicious of each other enough. Sorry about that.
I mean, what I shared isn't a lot to go on, so I'm not surprised. You wouldn't have been able to pick anything up.
No, with as much as is happening, it's one teleportation circle could have gotten passed by very easily.
Yeah. Although, I'm reminded of one other thing. The suspect, he paid with very old coins. I don't suppose there's anything like news of a collector's going to get in such a windfall, kind of counterfeits, or suspected counterfeits of that kind of thing.
He pauses to think to himself. Counterfeit currency is I
It is a financial district, so if anybody knows, it's likely to be him.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, you would. Hmm. Well, I haven't had much issue with counterfeit currency as of late. And the stuff I have had was, uh, it was modern coinage. It's very odd. Do you know where from?
Nadia, do you remember any of the details about
The
the
coin
coinage?
was the coin. Hi, I'm here. The
Oh
coin
shit!
was.
Oh.
Sorry, I've
My
been reading
apologies.
a lot.
I couldn't see you behind Henrik there.
No, that's okay.
A pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. I believe the coin was not necessarily a counterfeit in the terms of it being a fake, but it was an actual real coin. But the coin predates uh, modern age. I think it goes around. What was the Tiefling Empire called?
Alex Dynasty. It would be a dynastic coin.
It was a dynastic coin.
Dang, nasty. Alright. No, I haven't seen anything of the like here.
Yeah, it would have been made. It was the one that we saw was actual platinum, but it was of that stamp and of that stamp and make.
There, I mean, there are coin collectors that exist, but know, I don't know them by name. Otherwise,
Maybe that's it.
I haven't come into contact with anything
Maybe
like that.
that's a good lead. Yeah, I think that's kind of a dead end because I don't think if a shopkeeper or someone came across that coin, I think they would just. I don't think that it would be warrant enough attention to involve any guards or anything like that. I think they would just sell it as an antique coin or something. So maybe going to a coin collector
Yeah.
is a good idea.
Yeah, stuff from the dynasty can be valuable, so you could find either a collector or maybe find something at an auction. Otherwise, I'm not much help to you. I'm sorry.
It was worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. Yeah.
Good to see you, though, Henrik.
You as well. Do my best to keep you in the loop and hopefully do the same to us. You know where I live. You've been there a few times.
Yeah, you staying at your place? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get around to selling it before I left, which turns out useful now, so.
Alright. Okay, so I know where you are.
You do. Don't be a stranger.
Well, I won't. Tell you what, after my shift, I can stop by, bring you some of the good ale, if you want.
I won't pass it up.
Hell yeah.
You'll be able to meet the rest of the group.
How many of you are there?
5 at the moment. Had a few people drop off from when it started.
Just nods his head. Alright. Kind of claps his hands together. Well, as much as I'd love to talk, I still am on the job. And I have some paperwork I gotta get through. But I can promise you, pertaining to this deathlessness nonsense, I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you updated on
All right.
everything.
Have fun. Glad that was never a major part of my duties and what I had to teach.
Fun. Whoop-de-doo. Kind of waves a finger in the air as he's walking back to his desk to get back to paperwork.
And Henrik and I assume Nadia will leave unless they want to ask Bjorn for any book recommendations.
I don't really have anything.
Once they're outside, Henrik will just kind of cross his arms. It was more of a dead end than I was expecting, but I'm not surprised. You got any ideas for digging further, Nadia?
I got no clue. Is there a magic guild here or something?
There is something similar in most cities. You could definitely find someone in the area, like a small organization at least of like wizards and sorcerers.
We could try seeing if somebody, because there's a teleport here, right? And I don't know how they regulate teleportation. We can try to see if somebody is keeping track or is noticing any, like, I guess, I don't know. I'm not Alston. Maybe, perhaps there was some sort of, like, effect when a teleport happens that someone kept track of.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to see what Nadia would know. The 15, you know that with a lot of spells, there's kind of a residue that you can pick up on for a while, but you're past that window as far as you're aware. What Nadia does know, however, is if the city is specifically putting in a teleportation circle, you have to have like permits and licensing for that.
Yeah, that's what
because it takes a long time to put in. Like a permanent teleportation circle is a big deal. I know that rules as written, there aren't like temporary ones. You can set up temporary ones. Usually that's more illicit and it's not moderated.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Perhaps it's a guild that's keeping track of unauthorized teleportations or any not irregularities, but like unregistered teleports.
Welcome to D&D Town Hall version. As far as like teleporting though, specifically not really. There would be a magic guild, but that's about it. You can definitely look up the registry and like the accessible town records of like actual official licensed teleportation circles, but that would be it.
Yeah.
So you'd only be able to find it if they had gotten the permitting for it.
Yeah. Well, Henrik,
Yes?
we have time, I think. Do you want to go to like a marketplace or something just to see if anyone's heard news of anyone receiving like weird dynastic vintage coins or something like that?
Our
I think
best
it's
chance
something-
would...
Sorry, again? Sorry.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea, especially here in the financial district. I imagine there'd at least be like likelier here than anywhere else, where somebody would be like, "Yo, I got paid in this really weird coin.
Yeah.
I can sell it for more than it's worth."
And even if we don't find that person, news of that would spread faster within that community rather than reaching the guards or anyone separated from that.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay,
Your
let's do
idea.
that.
Lead the
All
way.
In that case, I will say I am gonna have to duck. I thought I had about 10 more minutes. I do not. But I hope this is an okay
Yeah.
spot for us to end. Sorry, we can do a longer session. Next session will be longer, I promise, or I'm gonna throw hands with God.
I'll be right there with you.
Yay!
Wait a minute. I'm other god. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait.
If we
I'm
have
coming
another
for
D&D
you.
session, that guy and I are just gonna release a 10-minute video of us fist fighting.
Oh god.
Hey
Alright.
guys, next week we gotta cut the session short. Yeah, I want to see that video.
Alrighty. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good enough time with a short sesh. I gotta go take a shower and then go drive.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go and
I had
sleep.
fun.
It was
Yay.
great.
Getting to be an old.
Alright, everyone. Thank you for coming. Sorry that this was a bit shorter. Sorry that I've been a little more quiet. Things are kind of, stressful lately with college, but I'm finding a way to stream more. I will probably try to stream again next weekend if I can. And I appreciate all of you very much, so thank you.